distinctly remember from our last conversation you saying that if it ever comes about that we are being invaded globally by an alien force, this is a concoction. And it's probably used to actually go ahead and do something against the population. Can you go a little deeper on explaining that to people, just so maybe they can try to be aware of that? And I guess that's playing on all the seeds that they've planted over the past decades that this even exists.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most of the UFO subculture and movies in Hollywood are based on real events that have been staged by these psychological warfare operations. And now, there is an exception to what you said. In the event of a global catastrophe, there would be an extraterrestrial intervention. That would be ET. Or if, and this is what we're afraid of, if we continue to develop these technologies where we are a threat to other planets or a serious threat to ET assets, at some point, out of self-defense, they will have to shut those operations down. The ETs will. And I know a man who spent quite a bit of time in S4, the very sensitive area underground at Nellis Air Force Base, Area 51, where they track communications, that this was a huge problem, that the ETs were less than amused that we had taken their technologies and flipped it on them and were using them in weapon systems against them. And so that largesse and patience probably has a limit. And I'm not trying to scare people, but I think that any organization, and this is a interplanetary organization out there dealing with this, it's not just cowboys and Indians out in space. And there's a leash. We can only go down, pull that leash too far, and it's going to snap back. So I warned about that last summer because we've gotten increasing intelligence that we humans are going too far with the exploitation of these technologies and weaponizing them and turning them against the ETs. So this is something that neither the president nor the Congress has any control over. And that is dangerous. That is the greatest existential threat, more than China, more than Iran, more than Russia, more than Hamas, more than any of them. And people are not aware of it. And they need to be made aware of it. Now, back to what you mentioned, I know from witnesses and that we had, some have passed away, by the way. There is a 1997 gathering we did for Congress, or 27 years ago. One of the men who was going to testify in this off-site meeting for members of Congress in Washington was taken from the hotel where we were staying by his colleagues, begging him not to tell the public what I'm about to tell you. And he had been on an interagency committee back in the early 70s. And they had in place all the mechanisms to hit a button and the skies would be filled with these man-made UFOs made to look like an alien invasion. And he said those systems had been in place well before he was there, indicating at least in the 1960s. So I would say for the better part of 60 years, there have been operational systems where they could stage such an attack. And I believe there have been limited staged events like that already. For example, you hear about these, an event where there were some villagers and people killed in South America by a UFO, where they targeted it and it blew up the whole village. Same thing in Africa. Those were us doing that for its psychological warfare value. Now, you have to understand when you're dealing with sociopaths and psychopaths, I mean, think of, Hitler's crazy scientists on steroids having technologies thousands of years more advanced. And then you begin to realize how dangerous this organization is, because having trillions of dollars and some of the brightest minds I've ever met and the actual materiel retrieved extraterrestrial vehicles, you're going to have some amazing breakthroughs. I would say the breakthroughs like what Raytheon has, that our witness Stephen Digna, and you'll see his testimony in there, saw out at a military base in California. Those are so advanced, Brian, that they're virtually indistinguishable from an actual ET craft, up to and including AI, living bio nanotechnology, really advanced stuff. So we go from a clunky ARV from the late 50s, 1960s, that's in the archive, to the testimony in 2000 by Stephen Digna, where this craft is almost like a bio nanotechnology. But it was Raytheon. It was Raytheon's ship.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?